What's going on, guys? It's your boy, L.A.K. Holla at your boy. Holler at your boy. Holler at your boy. Topics are flowing in the air. Life, life, I tell ya. Life, I tell you. The main topics that's been circulating, and it's circulated in all different types of forms and variety of themes, but it's the same topic. And the commonality I see with everyone is self-esteem, which is ego, right? And ego means the self-esteem. And the self-esteem is your car full of gas? And when on E, does it dictate your self-esteem gauge to go up or down? So can you withstand the pain of living a normal life of success, bliss, and wholesomeness of yourself? And can you still feel awesome in the not having the material gains, but still be rich in life? Do you have confidence in yourself and your abilities? And why do you let other people dictate the emotions of how you feel about these things? And why do you feel like you shouldn't tell yourself that you're great? And why do you feel like you shouldn't boost up your self-esteem and be drunk off of yourself sometimes? You go to the bar and get drunk. Why you can't be drunk off yourself? Why you can't be high off yourself? You like to get high too, right? In the sense of partaking in the recreational of the herbs that that heal the world. We do those things, right? But why can't you get high off of oneself and one's self-esteem and the ability of knowing that if you study these things and I am that I am, and your cup runneth over in abundance, and you're overflowing, and enlarge my territory, and I am the sun and the moon and the stars. And do you look at the moon and the stars and the sun and ever be like, yo, you need to be humble? Or does it just shine? Whether in the darkness or the light, or in the clouds, or poking through the clouds, or the rain, the rainbow comes out and shines, then it leads to a pot of gold. That is, what is a pot of gold? Money. What does a pot of gold look like? It shines. It's abundant. So when you tap into yourself and you find out, you go into the spectrums of oneself and you find the pot of gold, right? You like, yo, why do I feel or not feel like I'm not him? And why does my confidence bother you? And why are you using your low self-esteem to trigger and dictate the events that can go on the incline, right? But you don't feel that I should have won the game because I didn't pass you the ball, because you wanted to get your stat line up instead of winning the game as a whole. Have you ever been around that type of energy? Yo, You play that role, you play that role, you play that role, you play that role. But you want to get your stat line up, right? So you'll throw the game because you want to get your stat line up, right? The reason why there's players or people that are considered arrogant and confident, one, you got to know who's confident and who's really just playing a role of arrogance, right? Sometimes confidence is quiet because they're confident in their abilities to do what they could do, right? Sometimes arrogance is too loud because they have to make it seem like they're confident in what they're doing, and to make the other person who is confident look like they don't know what they're doing. So they have to overshadow you so that you don't look like you did the shadow work for yourself. And based upon popularity and trends and stuff like that, they have to make you seem as if your quietness isn't as of energy in a popular setting, right? So I have to walk in a room and be like, I'm him, I'm the dude, da 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 da, boom 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 boom, ba ba ba. Because if I don't shine, he's gonna steal the show because I know how great he is without being great, because he just sits there and he's himself and he knows how to be him. So I have to outshine him. Does the moon debate with the sun to see who's outshining who? Right? And when you're on a battlefield, right, isn't there a moment of outshining? So there is a balance of schemes, reflections, and arenas that you put yourself in, and knowing when. That's what balance is about. You feel me? Yeah. That's what balance is about. Ball and see. Right? Ball and see the aga. Don't even make sense, but it makes sense to me. I don't know. In the universal scheme of the simulation that you live in, and you seeing the complexity or the simplicity of what nature is, I'm staring at two trees right now. I don't see that tree trying to outshine that tree, because each tree is positioned at a different angle and it's growing how it's supposed to grow and stuff like that. One tree may get more sunshine than the other. One grows a different way and stuff like that, based upon the positioning and who planted it and stuff like that, right? In the scheme of competition, you have to have a certain self-esteem. And how you build your self-esteem is the behind the scenes work of the work that you put in when no one was looking or when no one wanted to. So who has the right to say that, you know, you arrogant or you overly confident, only in the confusion of my nigga, my homegirl, shorty, brother, sis, friend, whatever the case may be? Yo, bro, you ain't go to the gym, fam, so you're not qualified to flex. You feel me? You ain't put the work in the studio, so you can't flex how I flex. You're not a professional in my realm, so you can't flex like that, right? And, right, that's one aspect of it. Then another aspect is one must project himself to become that energy before that energy can exist in himself, so that he would know how to engage in such activities, right? Because a job is going to say, yo, bro, do you have any experience in this career field? And sometimes you don't. But you have to act and say, okay, I don't have the experience, but if you put me in the experience of the real time and the live action, I can become that. And now I could be on your end of the spectrum and saying to someone else who was just like me, do you have the experience and do you want to be a part of the experience that will qualify you for the position? Oh. There shouldn't be anyone who's who dictate the right of how you should feel, even when we're given we're having debates and we say things that we don't mean sometimes, right? Because it's out of engagement and trauma and experience and stuff like that. Right? Sometimes you say things and you do mean it, right? But it's based upon lifestyles and culture and stuff like that, right? So if someone is telling me that, and I've had this, you know what I'm saying? Someone's telling me like, yo, you trash. You a bum ass nigga, right? And we've been on both ends of the spectrum, right? We have to teach each other to like, dismiss those words once we find the wholesomeness of ourselves. Because the reason why individuality is so important is because we are walking from different cultures and experiences, right? And we grew up different. So a person's rights and wrongs don't match up based upon where they're coming from and what they see in the scope of their lens of how they see things structuring or not structuring, stuff like that. So something that I had to learn, right, was to be tough-skinned and strong-willed and take certain judgment of oneself and of others and use it as motivation. So if someone was telling me, yo, like, you're not gonna win the game, you're a bum-ass nigga, and I won the game, what is the conversation? Is there a conversation? If someone's telling me that, yo, I don't like your music, but I'm making music better than their favorite artist, or I found a way to evolve my skill to the point where not only have I got better musically, but I also know this person's positions who was trying to judge me and telling me that I can't be in a position to be multifaceted, right? So why does it even matter? Does it even matter that you were telling me whatever you was telling me, right? And some of us do intake these things and we take it personally and we take it to the heart, and it kind of destroys our self-image, confidence, and our beliefs because the words have power over them. But one must gain power over themselves, and it's not to sound egotistical, but ego means self-esteem. And if I build up my self-esteem and I become that bull that you desire, especially from a woman, I need you to be this type of individual so that I feel protected. One must have that self-esteem and be egotistical because I believe in myself while I'm still humble, knowing that I am not God himself, but I am God himself in a reflection. So one must carry himself to the best of his abilities to portray that image, right? Even though I know that in a worldly state of being, right, we're going to make choices and decisions that go against what systematic beliefs are systematic beliefs that have been given to us, and do we follow them, and do we believe in those guidelines to the point where we try our best to live up to those things, right, to the best of our abilities while we're living this imperfect, perfect life? Why do I have to get in a relationship, right, and let someone dictate my expectations of success based upon their limitations of beliefs and learnings, right? Why should I portray or try to strive for mediocrity when my mind is not wired like that, right? Why should you feel offended when someone introduces a path of greatness to you, but it's just not something that you want to engage in? So instead of you saying, I don't see my life like that, why don't you just do it and that'll be fine, instead of, no, let me try to find my best way to not let them see that about themselves, and we can live in mediocrity and live on this low vibration of being, right? Well, it's another perspective. Why do we idolize the niggas that are the people? I'm not saying niggas, feel. Why do we idolize the people, right, that have this greatness about them, and they're telling you, like, I'm great. I believed in myself. I'm him. Like, I don't know what they told you or what this person told you, but the results show that when I get on this mic, I am him. When I get in this court, I'm him. When I put these images together and create this feeling, I'm him. When I speak about me, I'm him. When I'm gonna raise my kids up, they're them. They're the ones. Why should I dumb that down, or why should I dumb them down? And why should you feel offended that I'm uplifting you and telling you that you are the ones, right? And why the engagement of conflict occurs is because sometimes someone is telling you that you're the one, or you're them, or you got that it factor, and you don't even see it in yourself. So you, in return, sometimes have to make me feel as if that I don't have it, but I know I got it. And that's why separation occurs, because one must tread the waters alone sometimes to even know that he could swim. You know what I'm saying? Or learn the concept of swimming, or learn to find the scrolls that piece together the puzzle of, you know, the completion of growth, or keep adding to the insights of success. Why are you beating yourself up? Not knowing that there's no one beating you up. It's just your mind. So we've created characters in our minds that is comfortable telling us that we can't do things. We're not trying to do things because we're afraid of what may go wrong but it doesn't even go wrong in the first place. And it's only wrong sometimes because of what we thought the consequences or outcomes should have been, but they were just there and happening because there had to be a transitioning from that experience. Because sometimes maybe you were just, your loss may have built someone's ego. You know that sometimes? You ever lost a basketball game and someone hit them crazy shot and it's the least best player on the team and they just hit some crazy shot? And you like, does that mean that he's better than me? No, I mean, he ain't better than me. He just hit a word. He just threw up a shot from half court and won the game. That don't mean that he's better than me. You feel me? I won 10 games after that. I keep winning after that. I'm a part of the top tier players that exist anywhere, on any level. Those experiences of being a part of those scenarios taught me that. I've traveled from different regions and different places only to find that out about myself. I've been in rooms with different characters and different energies. And what I also had to learn was how to be a part of those energies and in that room. And a part of that was being alone to learn to build my self-esteem and to be comfortable with my self-esteem and my power, and to fight through the people and the energies who were attempting to stop me from recognizing who I was and who I am, which was another power within itself. So sometimes they can't even be around because of that power that exists. Right? So there has to be these moments of like confidence. It's not being able to, not dimming your light because you feel like you shouldn't have so much confidence. There's a reason why Steph Curry has dominated the game. I don't think that he's sitting there talking to himself saying that, bro, I'm not the greatest. He's telling you before he get the ring, like, I got that. You feel me? Like, what's up? Add that on. Tom Brady was like, yo, I need that. Michael Jordan is like, Kobe is like this. We love them. We love them. We love them. Why you don't carry yourself like that? I do. Yeah. But I also had to go through a stage of why I was like that and why I belong in those conversations with those type of people while I'm on my path to that type of level, and knowing that even before I get there, I'm there and not even feeling bad about my expression of that thought, because that thought is a proven way of thinking. And the many won't do it because they're going to question sometimes why I belong there, or why does this person chose to be like this. It's a choice. Excuse me, it's work. It's work. It's just it's accepting the evolution of like life, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, comma. It's accepting the evolution of like, bruh, you've been in a procedure or a process or industry for so long, right? Or a part of, or trying to get to this certain level, right? But it's like, so many doors have been closed, right? And so many opportunities that you've conquered or taken advantage of, and some opportunities not so much, but then you learn, right? But you learning on this level based upon your expectations of where you set yourself to be. So for me,